There are moments when the feeling that something has shifted, even if subtly, hits us like a breeze carrying an unfamiliar scent. In that instant, in that small spark, the possibility arises that we're not just imagining things. The walls of reality as we know it might be less rigid than we think, and the transitions between them may happen more often than we're able to perceive. When you open yourself up to this idea, what once seemed like a simple glitch in perception takes on a new meaning. The slight misalignment in the environment around you could actually be a glimpse into another reality brushing against your own. These changes, often ignored, are like tiny portals that open and close without us noticing, inviting us to consider the expansive and flexible nature of existence. We live with the constant possibility that we're moving between different realities. Every choice, every thought we nurture, maps out a path in an infinite web of alternate versions of ourselves. What feels certain today could be an illusion tomorrow, and what slips away might be the key to understanding the countless layers that make up life. In this way, with every moment, we move through the invisible borders of the multiverse. Exploring parallel realities in quantum physics. Quantum physics, often seen as a distant and abstract field, reveals that the idea of parallel realities is not just fantasy or science fiction. At its core, science shows us that the present is a fluid construction, always in flux. Every particle, every thought, is a point of choice, shaping the path we follow. This makes the very act of existence a constant dance between different versions of reality. In this game of possibilities, our emotions, choices, and thoughts act as bridges between these realities. Each moment of indecision or certainty isn't just an isolated event but a fork in our journey. What you feel and think has the power to steer the direction of your existence, guiding you toward versions of yourself you haven't yet explored. In other words, you're constantly creating new realities. The scientific view that the present isn't something fixed but something always changing suggests that with every breath, a new possibility unfolds. The choices we make now ripple into future versions of ourselves. So, as we dive into the waters of quantum physics, we discover that the line between what's real and what's imagined may be much thinner than we ever thought. The practical experience of reality shifts. Reality shifts don't happen with fireworks or grand announcements, they tend to occur subtly, almost unnoticed. A slight adjustment in how you perceive the world, a sudden feeling of déjà vu, can be signs that you're transitioning between realities. These shifts manifest both in the small nuances of the environment around you and in the emotions that seem to arise out of nowhere. Some practical examples are as simple as they are remarkable: an object you're sure you left in a different spot, or a conversation that seems to have played out before but with a different ending. These seemingly trivial signs might indicate that something deeper is changing in your journey. Reality transitions rarely announce their arrival with a bang. Instead, they whisper, asking to be noticed in the corners of our perception. Déjà vu, that strange sensation of familiarity with something unfamiliar, is often a clear signal that we're navigating between different realities. Like an echo of something we haven't yet lived, it reminds us that the boundaries of our experience are far more flexible than we believe. By paying attention to these moments, we begin to realize that shifting realities is a natural process, always lurking, waiting for us to awaken to its presence. The continuity of reality and the illusions of the mind. The human mind is a skilled weaver, constantly creating the illusion of continuity in a fragmented reality. While the world around us is in constant flux, our perception tends to connect the dots almost automatically, offering the false sense of linearity. What we see and feel are merely reflections of what the mind chooses to focus on, hiding the subtle transitions between different frames of reality. Our brains, clinging to familiar patterns, often overlook details that could reveal a new layer of reality. Small deviations from the usual course of things are dismissed as mistakes or distractions, when in fact, they may be signs of a deeper change. Being mindful of these small glitches in the fabric of reality is the first step toward realizing that the continuous flow we think we experience is, in fact, a creation of the mind. The true key to unraveling these illusions lies in conscious observation. By focusing on details that once seemed irrelevant, we start to notice that reality is not as fixed as we thought. The mind, always seeking order amid chaos, protects us from the uncertainties of the multiverse, but it also blinds us to opportunities for expansion. And so, we remain immersed in this illusory dance, unaware of the subtle transformations happening all around us. Memories and reality shifts. Memories, contrary to what we often think, are flexible and flow with the same plasticity as our brains. Every time we revisit a memory, it is recreated, adapted to the reality we're in. When we shift between parallel realities, our memories adjust almost imperceptibly, as if they've always belonged to that specific version of our existence. The phenomenon known as the Mandela effect illustrates this process. People in different parts of the world share conflicting memories of historical events, as if they've lived in different realities. These fragmented memories are remnants of realities that don't perfectly align, showing that our perception of the past is as fluid as our experience of the present. What we consider a solid memory might actually be an adaptation to the new reality we've stepped into. Once we understand this plasticity, we realize that our memories are more than just simple records of past events. They're reflections of the present moment, shaped by the realities we choose to live in. Whenever something feels different from how we remember it, it might be a sign that we've crossed into a new version of ourselves, where our memories are also recreated to fit the new context. Moments of discontinuity as signs of change. There are times when the flow of life seems to break, like a delicate thread suddenly snapping. These episodes, often manifesting as near accidents or emotional crises, are more than just random incidents. They can be clear signs that a transition between realities is underway. These breaks in the normal flow of events are like cracks in the surface of reality, signaling an impending shift. These moments of discontinuity force us to pause, to reflect on what's happening on a deeper level. When life seems out of alignment, it could be a sign that we're at a crossroads, ready to dive into a new reality. In these times, we're invited to recognize that, in the apparent chaos, there's a transformation process at work, moving us toward a new version of our existence. Often charged with tension, these events also offer an opportunity for renewal. Instead of fearing these ruptures, we can see them as portals for change, a chance to realign our reality with our true purpose. What feels like a crisis may be a turning point, a sign that we're ready to step into a new realm of possibilities, where everything we thought we knew can be transformed. The importance of recognizing the signs and aligning with transformation. Reality shifts don't happen randomly, they come with subtle signs, almost like whispers from the universe. Recognizing these signs is crucial for anyone who wants to consciously align with the transformations happening both within and around them. Feelings of disconnection, small adjustments in perception, and even heightened emotions are clues that something bigger is at play, waiting to be acknowledged. These signs act like compasses, pointing us in a new direction, an opportunity for growth. When we allow ourselves to see beyond the obvious, we begin to realize that these changes aren't just random events, but part of a realignment process between our consciousness and the world around us. Each transition makes room for a new version of ourselves, if we're willing to follow the hints the universe provides. By aligning ourselves with these transformations, we tap into a hidden power, the ability to shape our reality. This alignment is an invitation to take on the role of co-creators in our experience, letting the natural flow of life guide us toward a new level of awareness. The key is in recognizing that what seemed like a simple detour may actually be a portal to a new way of being. The role of emotions, thoughts, and choices. Our emotions and thoughts are like paintbrushes, constantly drawing the landscapes of the reality we live in. Each emotional state we experience adds a new layer of color to the canvas of our lives, shaping not just the present but also the future versions of ourselves. The choices we make, often without realizing it, are the fuel that carries us from one reality to another, as if we're constantly tuning into new frequencies of possibility. Visualizing what we want and aligning our actions with that vision is a powerful practice. Emotions act as guides, showing us when we're in harmony or out of sync with the reality we want to create. The key is to recognize that by adjusting our thoughts and feelings, we can also adjust the course of our lives, creating new versions of ourselves that are more in tune with what we truly seek. In every moment, we have the opportunity to choose how to react, how to feel, how to think. These choices may seem small, almost insignificant, but they are the threads that weave the fabric of reality around us. When we realize the power our emotions and intentions hold, we understand that creating a new reality isn't an external event, but an ongoing internal process where every detail matters. Do you realize the power you hold in your hands? With every thought, with every emotion that rises within you, there's an opportunity to shape your reality. The changes happening around you aren't mere coincidences, but reflections of the choices you make and the energy you put out. True transformation begins the moment you decide to align with these forces and take conscious action, guiding your life in the direction you truly desire. So now the question is, are you ready to take control of this process? What signs have you been ignoring that might be pointing to a new reality waiting for you? By becoming aware of these transitions, you open the door to a more intentional life, full of possibilities. And remember, the universe is always ready to answer your call. All you have to do is take the first step. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to keep learning how to consciously and deeply shape your reality. Together, we'll explore the ways to transform your life and manifest the reality you want to live. Don't let this opportunity slip by. Every decision you make could be the key to a new version of your existence. Are you ready?